welcome back to Mitzi's Kitchen. Our good friend Joel agreed to join us for dinner finally, and along with the steaks and baked potatoes we'll be having, he's adding his very own Caesar salad, and secret Caesar salad, I understand. So please welcome Joel Hamley as our guest this evening.
Thank you. Well, hello, Mitzi's Kitchen fans. So we are here today to do what is my version of the Caesar salad. I am lactose intolerant, so I can't do any cow's milk, so this is a great option for those of you who have that same affliction and are not able to have the cow's milk. So, first off, before we even start, we do what I like to call the fabulous cut of the lettuce. One time down the middle, cut the end off, and then turn that guy on its side. Do it again, and then just as if you're cutting a loaf of bread, you've got wonderful pieces, a little messy, but you've got wonderful pieces of lettuce. That we will then take over to our salad spinner with our wonderful helper. Thank you. And we'll get those all nice and happy. This is Mary. Hello, Mary. Oh, thank you. That actually will help. So when they, certain restaurants will come and they'll do the big presentation in front of you. They'll cut it down the middle. Sometimes you can cut it again, but then again, slice that puppy like it's a loaf of bread. And you can also do it whole leaf if you choose. That is not something that I choose to do. So I like the nice pieces of romaine heart. If you're frugal, like me, you can do the 3-pack of lettuce. Again, it's the romaine hearts. The 3-pack is about $2.99. Let's say if you were to buy all those individually, it'd be about $10. So, again, cheap. So, while we're getting the lettuce all prepped, wet lettuce in a salad is like a wet dog. It's no fun. So it'll ruin the taste of the salad. You want nice, dry, crisp lettuce. Ideally, I would have kept that in the fridge for right at the last minute to bring that out right before I toss it. So, we've got that going. Next, we do our croutons. So my secret to croutons is the good old English muffin. If you are in that realm of being lactose intolerant or having any sort of dairy issues, it's good to look at the ingredients because sometimes the most unsuspecting items will have milk, as in non-fat dry milk, which is a very solid staple of most bread products. However, I have certain brands that I know that I have to use and shop from, therefore saving myself and the world around me from any odoriferous issues. A little too much information there, but it is Mitzi's Kitchen after all. So we get all these guys nice and cubed, and you'll notice that there are little pieces that come off. So when we're getting our croutons prepped, those guys will burn. And there's nothing worse than a burnt or burning little crouton remnants. So a little bit of olive oil. I prefer a non-stick pan. I've done it in All-Clad before. I've done it in the really expensive. This was probably $9 at Macy's or wherever. But you can do the expensive pans, but the non-stick, that's exactly it. They're the non-stick pan like this one is great. If you go the All-Clad or something else, the oil with these little guys will stick and burn, and then you have burnt croutons. And in all honesty, the croutons are the hit of the salad. They're nicely browned and nicely flavored, and they go on the top of the salad at the very end. So, again, trying to get all those little young guys, little baby parts, to be left on the cutting board there. And then I just try to coat everything with the olive oil. You can also use a margarine, but again, getting everything nicely coated, and in my little straggler there, in my best way, getting them ready to be browned. So this is the browning process. Big fan of using your hands also for anything that requires using your hands. So while we're doing that, we're also going to start then on the dressing. Very simple ingredients. You've got your anchovy paste, which is a staple of Caesar salad. So if you are in the vegan realm, Caesar salad probably not the best for you. Worcestershire, also Worcestershire has anchovies in it. Again, you want to watch out for that if you are vegan. If you're vegetarian, this is absolutely fine. I do have some Parmesan cheese here that we will top off the salad with. Again, I can't do that, so I don't do that. But the beauty of this salad is most people are addicted to it once they have it because it's got that nice kind of anchovy, salty salad feel. You can do, if you choose, a little bit of mayonnaise as well. Again, fully optional. And this is in my brain. So a little backstory. When I was living in Maui in the 90s, this is where a friend's father introduced this salad to me, and it was a great way that we came across the salad. It was written out, handwritten out, and then framed in a very cool, like recipe paper frame. And every time we made the salad, we'd just look up on the wall, and it was right there. And this was a very good staple and a very good way for those of us who aren't really salad people to get our salad and our greens, our leafy roughage, if you will. And it morphs. Again, it's in the brain. I'll have to actually sit down and write it out for Mitzi. Oh boy, we got little stragglers here. But that's the beauty of it, is it's really a guest check and refined salad, and it's just up here. So kind of like, you know, Mom can whip up some biscuits, I too can whip up some Caesar salad, and that's what friends ask me for, is my infamous guacamole, which might be a different Mitzi's Kitchen episode for his next vacation, and then the Caesar salad. So we're going to keep these guys browning, and typically I can multitask. Typically. So in the bottom of your bowl, you're just going to do a nice little dollop. I guess if I had to guesstimate, it would be probably about a good 2 teaspoons. Of the anchovy paste. Next, you do a little dollop of any sort of, Grey Poupon, any sort of stone ground mustard. Try not to get grainy mustard. It's always good to, if you spill, lick up. And to taste, again, we'll most likely be morphing as we go. And again, always keeping an eye on the. We'll have some stragglers there, but that's, again, the beauty of the kitchen. And you can kind of hear those sizzling. It's basically like we're toasting these. And then my secret ingredient will come shortly for the croutons. But again, big hit. My nephew, who hates salad, he loves this salad because he knows that he can have his croutons. Uncle Dodo, as I'm so affectionately known to my nephews, Uncle Dodo's famous salad. So next comes a little white wine vinegar. Again, we're not doing anything scientific. We just kind of pour in. You're not going to see much of a, oh dear. I don't, that's very thick. That's a thick Worcestershire sauce, which is new to me. But they say the thicker the better, right? So nobody wants a thin Worcestershire sauce. Again, everything's to taste. So we've got our anchovies, we've got our mustard, we've got our white wine vinegar, and it has to be white wine. It can't be rice, it can't be balsamic, it's got to be the white wine. And then we've got our lean parents there. And I just kind of stirred that to begin with until it looks all nice and mixed. Once that is mixed, and I put my whisk in my little whisk basket, while again keeping a pretty firm eye on the croutons there. And again, so secret to the recipe is the, I won't show the brand, but garlic salt. And that's, you add liberally, because again, those are the secret weapon that really make the croutons. And you just brown, again keeping an eye on those while we finish off our dressing here. I normally would coddle an egg and put that in there as well, and you absolutely can do that. We're just not doing that for lack of time, but you can absolutely just do one little egg white or egg yolk in there. And again, it's a guess, check, and refine. I'm not an egg coddler by trade, but you can certainly just find out how to coddle your little egg and put the egg yolk in the dressing. And my coddler is broken. So we're going to turn the heat down a little bit, and then again with the olive oil, we're just going to guess, check, and refine. If I had to do a measurement right now, but again we'll have that on the recipe, the written recipe at the end. I would say probably about 1/3 of a cup. And olive oil is good fat. It's good for the heart. I want to make sure that we're keeping in the health realm. And you just whisk that all nice and happy, while again continuing our croutons. So you can see croutons are nice and happy now. We're going to call those pretty much done. And again, some of the little guys have browned themselves into oblivion, and we're going to just fish them out of the mix there. So, in all honesty, the best way to taste a recipe and just check if it's right is to take one little guy here and a little too mustardy. So we're going to kick that into gear and kind of nullify the mustardy bit with a little extra vinegar there. And then my favorite, the garlic. So we'll just, again, by taste, what's nice about the garlic is it adds a little bit of heat. So the more garlicky, the more you pucker, the more bang for the buck. And then about a half a lemon. You typically can put the little lemon, cover there that's going to keep the seeds from coming out. But again, just squeeze that puppy. However you like it. At day's end, you'll know by the taste after you're done mixing. So we'll try it again with crouton. Again, a very good taste. Perfect. So that salad, croutons, dressing, took us all of maybe 5 minutes. Very easy, and now we're ready to just let things sit until we toss the salad. I will say one thing. You thought you were going to get dough. Everyone thinks that the Caesar salad originated in Italy because of Caesar, for obvious reasons, but did not. Here's your chance to Google, run to your computer. The Caesar salad actually originated in Mexico. So go figure. Back in the day in Tijuana, that is where it originated. Very interesting fact that everyone goes to a restaurant, an Italian restaurant, and they think that they're, staying true to the norm of the Italy realm, but not so much. We can thank Mexico for that wonderful little salad. So again, we've got our vegan or our vegetarian options. We can then add cheese if you so choose, and just add a little bit more flavor. But as written right now, it's a very flavorful salad. So thanks very much, Mitzi. Say that 3 times fast. Thanks very much, Mitzi, for letting me come and share my Caesar salad recipe with you for this episode of Mitzi's Kitchen. Good night. Well, we'll see you when we toss.
This place totally sucks.
Yeah, it's definitely no Mitzi's Kitchen.
We should go home and make our own Caesar salads.
OMG. Did you see the new Mitzi's Kitchen? Joel totally made Caesar salad.
I know. Let's get out of here and get cooking.
So, the moment we've all been waiting for is the time to toss our salad. So, we do a final whisk of our prepared salad dressing and pouring gingerly over our chilled pieces of lettuce. And again, if you chill your lettuce, that just keeps it nice and crisp. And for best results, honestly, you use your clean hands and you kind of fold the salad. If you use your tongs or your salad forks, you do bruise the lettuce. And you just mix it till it's nice and coated, which we are almost at that point. And you will always have some leftover dressing. And it's better to underdress than to overdress, because you can always, just like a haircut, you can continue to take off, but you can't put back on. So that is our nicely tossed salad. And then we will add our croutons. And again, the best part is the croutons, and it always gets little nephew Julian, oopsie, always gets nephew Julian excited. And we are good to go to serve. And I will plate with my with my hands. And at this point, if you choose, you can go with the cheese. But again, for the non-dairy folks, this is the way we do it. And add just a little bit of cheese on top, and you are good to go. And there is Uncle Dodo's famous Caesar salad.